Volkswagen's rigid demand and frequent reconstruction are two key elements of good business, but EDC toys don't seem to relate to either of these points. So within this small circle, each label pulled out all the stops to attract as many customers as possible. But in 2023, with such a wide variety of existing products, achieving complete innovation is not one thing. So some labels tell stories and play marketing. Some products have changed materials or patterns. Some products are limited editions, cooperating with scalpers or trading stocks. The managers are all living and developing in their own ways, making money. How shameless. These actions are understandable. The matter of Zhou Yu slipping the cover. After all, it's a circle that neither meets the general public's needs nor can it frequently re-report. For labels to survive, they either need to create freshness for existing players in the industry, or attract more people into the circle. As a small review uploader, two of the main functions of harvesting videos. First, it helps existing players avoid pitfalls and avoid wasting money. Second, to attract more people to learn about and enter this circle. With more people, both the label and the player's toys sell better. So please give the video a free like. It's not too much. But if there's a brand, it doesn't offer VIP top-ups. No scalpers hyping it, no riding on big IP traffic. No storytelling, no marketing, no futures trading, no limited quantity. Can he survive? The answer is yes, and it keeps getting stronger. And made a grand formation, as a brand recognized by industry players as a conscientious brand, from the early days of various Jihu accounts, then to the infinite Dragonbone cracking arm, and then to the Chenjie sound range. Thanks to Guo Ying's quality control and excellent after-sales service, she has accumulated a large fan base, but the product line lacks a purely mechanical push brand. So, the creator Lao Guo has launched a brand new work eagerly awaited by many players. A first look at the appearance of the 3 layers of stories. This work seems to have little connection to the stone paintings in the 3 layers of stories. It's just that the 2 sides of the shell are attached by magnets, forming a 3-layer structure. But the meticulous old Guo would never just give a name to himself. A little surprise here. Then let's look at how long it is, about 52 millimeters long and 28 millimeters wide. The first 2 materials are about 15 millimeters thick. One is Techline Kinko basket, stainless steel internship included. The other is the Gauji alloy baking black plus titanium alloy internship. They all weigh around 98 grams. The feel is very solid. There are 3 grooves on each side inside the patch. Supports non-focus installation of 6 1.5 by 6 mm vertical paper liquid gloss sticks. Note, do not place glass pipes or window tubes. It will be crushed. This middle layer is very thin, about 6 mm. When pushed open, you can see a large depression in the main body. There is a dense groove and a section trough. The other main body corresponds to a large raised area. The recessed part in the middle is screwed with a curved yellow piece. On its upper track, a 1.94 mm bead is placed. To prevent wear on the 2 main pieces, beads are placed on the side tracks. Prevents the 2 main pieces from disintegrating. Note, if you want to dismantle the main body, be sure to do it on a tray. Although the old country has sent many spare beads, they are too small in size. Once it falls to the ground, it's basically impossible to find. The accessory pack contains 2 thin wires. Peel off the outer skin for later use. Unscrew the screws and remove the fixing block. Push the main body aside. The screws securing the yellow strip are exposed, and the wire is inserted into the track. Reveal all the pearls from both Huawei devices. This way, the 2 main parts can be completely separated. You can see that ball joint plugs are used internally as the core mechanical frame. Everyone in my family knows that the structure of beads and springs. This allows the spring to have a wider range of swing. The beads have relatively large vertical fluctuation space. Therefore, mechanical toys that utilize this structure. You can deepen the end of the bead groove and push it all the way to the end, giving you that satisfying slap. If paired with Rueda springs and glass beads, it can also produce a pinding sound, but the ball head assist plug is a closed structure, spring-based with almost no lateral swing space. The beads can only show no more than 50% of their energy, so you can't get the strong silicon slot impact when pushing to the end. The feel when pushing is also a bit stiff. The only way to get the ding-ding sound is from this bow heart. Of course, the EEN effect of the 3-layer formula cannot be compared to that of EEN distress. Magnet pushing produces stronger impact vibrations, so the general cause is more obvious. But the advantage of ball head plugs is that they are very compact. You can make the main body very thin, so why make it so thin? Now you understand why it's called San Dijie, triple layer, right? Its dimensions perfectly match wireless push and roll layouts. When pushing forward, it offers both the feel of magnets and mechanical mechanics at the same time. The overtones of the bow-shaped yellow film will also be enhanced. Of course, this form is not yet the complete form of the three-layer agent. It is said that Old Gua would design a structural component separately. This makes the combination of wireless and triple-layer agents even more perfect. Friendly reminder. While the price is still unlimited, it's still a good deal. Quickly go collect a back, then try to install it. First, divide the beads into 4 groups with 6 in each group, no more or less. If too little, the ball will be pushed too far and the ball tip will be exposed. If you add more, the trip will decrease. First, insert the ball tip into the slot. Just pick a track. If you put 2 pushes at the same time, the sections will be more chaotic, and the feel will be harder. Then place 2 sets of beads into the side tracks. Cover another piece of the main body, press it down with your hand, and push it to one side, exposing it. On this end with the incha screw, carefully insert 2 sets of beads into the 2 side tracks. Install the fixing block and tighten the screws. Then install the outer cover plate and surface. After successful assembly, the default installation is the segment slot. Below is a comparison of the sounds of the 2 materials. When players first get it, it feels a bit colored when pushed and needs some adjustment time. Once the break-in period is over, the massage becomes especially smooth. The feel is different when pressing and not pressing. The lineup features players with strong ball assist and strong ball control abilities from Banyu. You can explore the feel that suits you better with a wide variety of accessories. Note that this structure cannot replace ball head plugs with springs and beads. The book slot is very small. Correspondingly, very small beads and very short diameter springs are needed. And the casing feels like it grips with magnets, cannot be compared to fixed spring holes. In short, in a market where mechanical brand sales are largely similar, Old Gua handed over an unconventional exam. I don't want to say more. He can imitate the sounds of certain objects to change the sky, a unique and unparalleled term. After all, Old Gua doesn't know how to write. I can't exaggerate and brag just because I got their samples. If you're interested, you can follow the official Taobao store of Jujin EDC. If you have any questions, feel free to message me privately. Remember, whether you have money in your own pocket or not is up to you. One last thing, before I get involved in making products, before I distribute products, I will try to evaluate them as objectively as possible. After all, there aren't many people in the industry who should say this like I do. Please read and cherish your attention. Recommended. See you next time before Wuhua Wish.